Hello, welcome to Introducing Computers, Podcast 4. In this episode, we are closing our introduction to computers by describing some different types of computer and revisiting some of the key things that computers do. Let's get started. Computers come in different types depending on what they're designed to do. So far, we've talked about general-purpose computers. These are the ones we're most familiar with, like the computers we use at home, in school, or in an office. The great thing about general-purpose computers is that they can handle many different jobs. Whether you're writing an essay, playing a game, or watching a video, your computer can do it all because it runs different programs for each task. You can think of it like a multi-tool that has different attachments, it's flexible and can be used in many ways. But not all computers work like this. Some computers are designed to do just one specific task, and we call these embedded systems. Unlike general-purpose computers, embedded systems aren't made to run lots of different programs. Instead, they focus on one thing and do it really well. Embedded systems are placed inside machines like washing machines, cars, or microwaves. For example, the embedded system in your washing machine only needs to handle washing clothes, so it's programmed specifically for that. It won't be able to run other programs like a game or a web browser because that's not what it's made for. Think of it like a specialist tool. A washing machine just washes, and that's all it needs to do. Now, let's talk a bit more about what computers actually do with the information they get. Computers process data, but here's the key thing: computers can only really work with data in binary form. This means that everything a computer handles, whether it's numbers, text, images, or even sounds, must be turned into binary data first. Binary data is made up of just two symbols, ones and zeros. So, no matter what kind of data you give to a computer, it has to be reduced to this simple form of ones and zeros before the computer can process it. For example, when you save a picture on your computer, it doesn't actually store it as a regular image. Instead, the computer breaks the picture down into binary, turning it into a long string of ones and zeros. The same thing happens when you write a document, record a video, or even listen to music. Everything is converted into binary so that the computer can work with it. Once the data is in binary form, the computer can process it, perform calculations, or display it in a way we can understand, like showing a picture on the screen or playing sound through the speakers. However, it's not just the data, like pictures or text, that gets stored as binary. Instructions that tell the computer what to do are also stored in binary form. These instructions are called programs, and they're just as much data as any file you save. When you run a program, the computer loads the binary instructions from a file, reads them one by one, and follows them. So, whether it's a game or a word processor, the instructions themselves are stored and processed as binary data. Another important thing computers do is communication. Computers talk to each other all the time to share data. When you send a message to your friend or post something online, the computer has to pass data from one computer system to another, often over long distances. This is known as communication between remote computers, meaning computers that are far away from each other. Whether it's an email, a game server, or a video call, computers are always talking to each other to pass data around the world. For example, when you save a file to the cloud, that file isn't just floating around in the air, it's actually stored on another computer somewhere far away. The cloud is just a bunch of powerful computers, called servers, that are connected to the internet. When you save a file on Google Drive or Dropbox, the data gets sent over the internet to these servers, where it's stored in binary form, just like on your own computer. When you need that file again, the server sends it back to your computer as binary data, which is then turned into something you can understand, like a document or a video. This is a big part of how communication between remote computers works. To sum it up, we've got general-purpose computers, which are like multi-tools that can do lots of tasks, and embedded systems, which are more like single-task specialists. Both types of computers process data, but they can only work with data in binary form. Everything, from pictures to programs, must be turned into ones and zeros. Plus, when you save files to the cloud, they're really being stored as binary data on other computers across the world, thanks to the way computers communicate with each other. And that's it. If you enjoyed the podcast, please do not forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel grow. Until next time. Goodbye.